he instituted the United Nations to declaration on United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples in 2007. I'm telling you. Do you understand that? United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. They made it universal because they saw that the indigenous people are suffering all over the world, including mostly in sub-Saharan Africa. They have been cajoled. They have been colonized. They underwent torture, underwent inhuman treatments in the hands of foreigners. And this man looked at it and said, no, what do we give? We need to give these people rights officially so that they understand it. And that is why they push the United Nations to have the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. You know, people don't understand this, what it means. Yes, before that time, our people, indigenous population, they had rights, yes. But this one is officialized. Do you understand? That is where the right to self-determination is officialized. You don't understand it. You don't know it. Because you don't study. You're only looking for money, what you and your children will eat. And you look, after some time, you grow old, you die without nothing. Without nothing you contribute nothing to the environment. Only your own. You make money. You showcase your car. Only. Are you not ashamed as a human being? You should be ashamed. A time comes in your life when you have to give back. You know, when you should give back, you should start being aware of your situation, the situation around you, and how you can make a difference, how you can also contribute in making positive differences. But in that zoo called Nigeria, most people are only for money. That is why they sell themselves thorough. Okay, let me read a bit about this resolution adopted by the General Assembly in 2007 for your information. Okay, he said, taking note of the recommendation of the Human Rights Council contained. Wait, I'm coming. Okay. Taking note of the recommendation of the Human Rights Council contained in Resolution 1-2 of 29 June 2006, by which the Council has adopted the text of the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. Okay, let me jump a bit because there are things I want to read. Adopts the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People contained in the annex of present resolution. Okay. Affirming that indigenous people are equal to all other peoples, while recognizing the rights of all peoples to be different, to consider themselves different, and to be respected as such. Affirming also that all peoples contribute to the diversity and richness of civilizations and culture, which constitute the common heritage of mankind. Affirming further that all doctrines, policies, and practices based on or advocating superiority of peoples or individuals on the basis of national origin or racial, religious, ethnic, or cultural differences are racist, scientifically false, legally invalid, morally condemnable, and socially unjust. Do you know that? Let me tell you. Do you know that when a so-called Daddy Gio, let me bring it so that you understand it. Do you know that when the so-called man of God come by force with a group of people that look, there is evil in this tree, the tree of a village that have stayed there maybe more than 100 years, they say it will be uprooted by force. Do you know that under the United Nations Charter, that person, that so-called man of God, is a criminal? He should be arrested. No, because we don't know, because of ignorance. and you stupidly say amen. So a tree that's supposed to be a tourist attraction will be cut into pieces, saying that the devil is living there. Oh, this and that. Oh, this and that. That is why, in our land, mostly we don't even have antiquities. Because we don't. All these people are agents of neo-colonialism. Do you understand? They are infringing on your right as indigenous population. Because there is no religion that is more superior to other. There is no culture that is more superior to other. You have your right as an indigenous people in order to maintain your tree and say that no, don't cut this tree. Do not cut it. If he comes by force, you stop them by force. You mobilize boys and they stop him by force. He should be arrested. Do you understand that? But people perish because of lack of knowledge. They don't understand wisdom. When you know the truth you know will set you free. That is what the old book said. It didn't say when you hear the truth, understand the difference. You can hear the truth without knowing it. It is when you have eagle eyes, eagle ears, that you can now hear the truth and now know it. You recognize it and know it. Once you know the truth, you know that truth. You demystify yourself. That thing they have been telling you this and that is right. Once you discover, you say, they have been deceiving me right from birth. Okay, you will no more fall mugu. That is knowing the truth and the truth setting you free. So when all these things do happen, they come because of, you see trees in a community that have been there for many years, hundreds of years or many decades. They will find one way or the other, one useless man, calling himself man of God. This is where this and that happened. They will come and cut it by force. Do you know that person is a criminal? Is infringing on your rights as indigenous population? Do you know that? Let me also tell you, do you know that IPOB freed some other 30 people from Abuja prison? Those that they were part of those that were being kidnapped from Obibo by Wike to be killed, and we discovered them. 30 were released, I think yesterday. One of them initially was a Jewish Biafran. He was not granted bail because of his religion. Because he in a court they asked him, what is your religion? He said, I'm a Jew. Hey, just for nothing. They say, no, you don't, no bail for you. That is religious persecution. Our people, we should understand and know our rights, so that when they come, when people come to treat you because of, in order to infringe on your rights in your community, you should resist them. You have the United Nations Charter backing you. You don't know that? This is the time to reclaim our right. This platform is where you hear something you cannot hear on Chinese television. Everything they will tell you for peace to reign, for one Nigeria, just allow it to go. And they continue allowing evil to reign. Look at, there's one news here. One thing brings another. There is one news here. He said, I think Femi Adesina, he said, Adesina urges Nigerians to pray. Says victory is from God alone. Do you see how they deceive people? When we talk, people don't understand. Do you see that even all these imams and clergymen and clergymen, Christians and Muslims alike, they are agents of neo-colonialism. I'm telling you, most of them, not all. Not somebody like Bishop Kuka, because he's a freedom fighter. He says it as it is. Many of them are agents of neo-colonialism, agents of darkness. That is why the other day, I tell you, had it been the NSAS revolution continued, let me tell you, After, as they are pursuing the politicians, they are pursuing the Dadijos and many imams, because they are the same, they work the same. Now you see, Adesina urges Nigerians to pray, says victory is from God alone. Victory over Boko Haram is from God alone. And all this thing is saying now, many pastors in their churches will ricochet it. Pray for Nigeria. Pray for Nigeria. Because victory in Nigeria is victory for soldiers. Victory for Nigeria is from God alone. If victory is for God, where is God? Do you see God? Now, what is why then do we have to vote? Why then do we call somebody president? You see how they deceive people. You see how they consciously convert people into stupid animals in that zoo called Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? Reclaiming your right, because you have been deprived of your right, and Nigeria being imposed on you. I am urging, radical lawyers, they should gather and sue Britain for depriving the rights of the indigenous people, imposing Nigeria on everybody. It's an infringement on our rights. People should take this thing up, I'm telling you. Because they convert us in something that we should not be, we are not. And that is why Nigeria is a quagmire. That is why everything, you have terrorists everywhere. All is in the name of Nigeria, one Nigeria. Terrorism everywhere. People are no more, subject to their tradition. Do you understand? Because if had it been, we are normally, if we have our identity, normal identity, if we retain our normal identity, as I said before, there are some things you cannot do. When you look at who you are, you say, no, I cannot do it. Our people don't do this. I cannot do it. But once they put that name, Niger, oh God Almighty, yeah, you become a first-class criminal. Even if you don't want to be. That name turns your head, Niger. Just imagine, just watch when anytime you are arriving in Nigeria inside flight. Once the thing enter into Nigerian airspace, it's finished. Everybody becomes naked wire. Oh boy, do you know me? It's people that have been quiet for many hours inside flight. But once oh boy, you know me, I go treat you. Why they touch my body? You the pass, you the grace. God Almighty. You know that, because that is the imposition of fake identity on everybody. And we are carrying that load. The Fulani, they are the only non-indigenous people. They are having their heyday. That is, with that confusion of Nigeria, they are implanting everywhere. Implanting themselves everywhere from Middle Belt to the south. Do you understand? That is why the governor of Oyo State, he said, foreign armed Fulani headsmen trooping into Oyo, General Togun. They are trooping into Oyo. Why? Because you are Nigeria. So, their defense, the defense of the Fulani governors and the Asorok. They say ECOWAS, the ECOWAS have a free movement of goods, and they always quote law when it favors them to use. But when they close a border, they didn't quote law. That is why I say, the Southerners, with their education, they are zero. I'm telling you, they are zero. Zero. They closed the Seme border and the Cameroon Run border for more than 1 year. They didn't invoke ECOWAS free movement of goods. But when it comes to Fulani headsmen passing, they will say, this is not our destiny. We need to call the countries because we need to discuss it in ECOWAS. Because there is free movement of goods and properties and people in every ECOWAS country. But they closed the border, and stop the movement of goods and people. And you see the Southerners, useless Southerners with their PhD, speaking big English, big grammar. Sometimes this big grammar it makes people become even more stupid. That's why, sometimes when I like there are some of them that will start speaking big grammar. I don't want to mention in that Zoom conference. Mostly it's our people. Mostly it's Igbo people. Mostly. Instead of using small grammar to address things so that at least even a Karasela, a palm wine tapper, grandfather of palm wine tapper will understand. They will be quoting. They think that speaking big grammar is knowledge. No, it's not knowledge. You are deceiving yourself. You're deceiving yourself, thinking you are deceiving others. The Fulani, you say they don't know anything. When he reaches the Fulani, they say Oyo State governor and the general Togun. He say the Fulani they are trooping Fulani terrorists, headsmen terrorists. They are trooping into Oyo. Governor and the general Togun. He say the Fulani they are trooping Fulani terrorists, headsmen terrorists. They are trooping into Oyo. Governor and the general Togun. He say the Fulani they are trooping Fulani terrorists, headsmen terrorists. They are trooping into Oyo. Governor and the general Togun. He say the Fulani they are
indigenous people of Biafra.
As I was reading the rise of the indigenous people, indigenous population, in accordance with their own needs and interests, they are imposing on us, foreigners in our land, the way they want us to be, even the Fulani. That is why they are taking our lands inside our bush. They are occupying our land by force, being sanctioned even by the politicians, the governors they impose on us, like Hope of them. They use him in order to get what they want. The same old system. And people say, no, don't do anything. Just leave it. Be political. Form a political party and massage everything and just don't talk. It's okay. Before you know it, you become worse. You become worse than the HAUSAs. The HAUSAs, they tried it, it worked with the HAUSA. That is what emboldened the Fulani in order to continue that nonsense to other indigenous population. They come into our land, they go into a forest, which is not our way of life. Do you know here he say to respect the indigenous people's ways of life. But the Fulani, they don't respect our ways of life. And when we talk, the governor say, no, we are calling for war. This is Nigeria. Come on. we have our way of life in our land. A stranger, you don't come and go into the bush and stay. No. No. That is anathema in our land. From there, you start committing atrocities, raping our women, destroying our farm crops, killing our people. Any person that goes there, you kidnap him. That is not our ways of life. And that is why our leader, after shouting for many years so that our governors will do something, they didn't. They started playing politics with it. Also, one was attacked by the Fulani, more than 500 Fulani terrorists from Yobe. They went down to Enugu and massacred people. All that the Enugu state governor could do is to come and cry in public and distribute chaplets to the villagers that to pray rosary that God will answer. Because he was calling Asorok when the thing was going on and nothing happened. No person picked his call. He called the police commissioner, police IG of police. No person picked his call. Therefore, we should accept our fate like that. It is like that. It's Nigeria. Do you see why Nigeria is killing us? Because every bad thing they invoke Nigeria. This is Nigeria for you, so you have to accept it. Do you understand it? So you have to accept it. And we say no. Our leaders say no. We cannot accept it like that. It's not our way of life. In the north, even they are protecting their Sharia way of life. If you drink beer or you are selling beer, they take it, they imprison you, they beat you, they take everything from you. Destroy it. And we need to do something in our land. As all these agents of darkness we call governors in our land, they can't do anything because they want to maintain their position. That is why our leader did something. And you see today they are running, they are Fulani masters now pushing them because that is how they do. Fulani, they go to war by proxy. That thing that go on so and say that had it been I wouldn't have fought. I would have given Igbo people money to destroy themselves. It is what they are doing today. Now they are forming a regional. They are forming a regional proxy. Do you know a regional security outfit by the governors, and they will be sponsored by their Fulani masters. Money will be poured by their Fulani masters. Do you understand that? So that these people now we'll be fighting ourselves. That is how they behave. The Fulani, that is how they behave. And these people, they don't know how many years is he going to live? David Omai, how many years is he left in this world to live? What of Joseph? Some of them, they cannot even reach up to another 50 years or 60 years. And after they die. But the politics they put in place will continue haunting our future generations. Do you see the danger? That is why, because this thing, who is going to suffer it is our future generations. That is why we should say no. And that is what we are doing. What what he did, the atrocities he committed by being a slave catcher, selling slaves to the whites, capturing his own people, selling it to the wives. Is he still alive today? No, he's no more alive. But what he called, the atrocities he caused, the disrespect he brought to black race, even his own great-grandchildren are still suffering it. They are among the people suffering it. Because they cannot go, some of them are in the United States, some are in Europe. They are still undergoing the same, segregation against a black race. One cannot come and, no, don't segregate me. My great-grandfather he collaborated with your father, with your great-grandfather. So they will say, come on, shut up. What are you talking? We don't know what you are talking. Do you see? Just like our leader said, that is what these people, what they are trying to do, even their own great-grandchildren will suffer it. Because that time you cannot tell the Fulani that time and say, my great-great-grandfather Ozokali collaborated with, did he know he gave you law, Panta? They will say, they will cut off your head, say, come on, you are an Almajiri. You see what they are doing? That is why I say we should reclaim our rights. Recognizing also the urgent need to respect and promote the rights of indigenous peoples affirmed in treaties, agreements, in other constructive arrangements with the states. When you read, I will stop here, but when you read, you will see where it is affirmed that the indigenous people have the right to self-determination. It's in the United Nations Charter, the resolution of 2007, being sponsored, mostly being pressured by George Walker Bush. Do you understand that? You have the right as indigenous population. You know, you will reclaim your right, because the right that we are deprived of you, that we are taken away from you. You have the right to reclaim it back. You know, Nigeria, that name Nigeria removed the right, your indigenous right. Do you understand? Indigenous peoples have the right to own, use, develop, and control the lands, territories, and resources that they possess by reason of traditional ownership or other traditional occupation or use, as well as those which they have otherwise acquired. Just look at in riverine Biafra land. Their land is no more. Everywhere is polluted. You see the whole oil companies there. These are foreigners. Why are they being imposed? Why are they there? Because of Nigeria. When you talk, they say the indigenous people are suffering. The people today in Bayelsa, in Iguacha rivers, in many parts of riverine Biafra land, they call Niger Delta or South. There are people drink, they go, they shit in the water. Let me call it like that so that people will understand it. They defecate, they shit. Where they go throw away their shit, that there they still go, after they take water, they go drink. Whereas when you cross over the wall, you see oil companies build the quarters for their people. They are having fun. They have electricity 24/7. They have water, pure water piped into their homes. They have swimming pools. Everything is available. They are enjoying what the indigenous population even cannot even enjoy in the dream. Do you understand that? Do you know the reason? Because of one Nigeria. Because we are in Nigeria is imposed on you. Do you know that if we restore our nation, as our leader have been saying, we will run Biafra in an African peculiar way? Because the problem we are having in Africa, the most problem we are having, is this imposed so-called democracy they impose on Africa by the Europeans. And do you know what they mean by democracy in Africa? What they see as democracy is only election, nothing more. That is why during election you get it by hook or by crook. Look at the Ugandan election. Yoweri Museveni, even he don't know what is happening again, because he's a great grandfather. He has been there since 1986. Although I'm not saying that it is the solution. Listen, because I see many people, they are saying, "Oh, this young man, oh, he have to win." Blah 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 blah. I say yes, he have to win. But is he guaranteed that if he win, he will not turn like one of them? Yoweri Museveni, do you know when Yoweri Museveni started fighting? He fought Idi Amin alongside Milton Obote. And after, when Milton Obote even took over, after he started fighting again, and people were saying, telling him that he will be the destiny of Uganda. And he was elected, and he entered office, and he said, "Okay, I have arrived." This small young man that is jumping up and down, Bob Wine, yes, it's true, it's good. But how are you sure that if he enter into that place, he will not be like them? He will not start torturing us, because I saw how they are torturing. Very pathetic, very pathetic. Let me tell you one thing. I didn't see Africa changing through this their democracy vote. I didn't see any positive change in Africa through this, because that is what the Europeans they impose on us, is this voting. This is democracy. They saw it as voting. They don't see democracy as you. The other day I played an ordinary person questioning a senator, United States American senator, videoing him, Mitt Romney, a former presidential candidate against Obama, alone at the airport, questioning him, and the man had the obligation to answer his questions, and he was videoing him, and she was videoing him. I mean, they don't see it as a democracy. No. Europe say no. You people never reach that standard. Let me tell you, the development of Africa will only come when, first of all, we take our land as naturally organic as we supposed to be. Do you understand that? Now we have to devise our own political strategy, our own way of ruling ourselves, which will be, it's not Europe coming to election observers. Look at them. Every time there is election, they will come. They will send their let us go and just rubber stamp all these lower animals vote. When they come, they will see vote rigging, vote snatching, people being killed. After they will say, oh no, there are few skirmishes here and there, but it doesn't necessarily affect the overall result of the election. And the election is okay. And animals will shout, oh, you have won, you have won, you have won, you have won. Year in, year out, the same thing. Year in, year out, the same thing. Black race. Can you hear me? What is the problem in your brain? That is what we are fighting to restore the dignity of black people. Because when we restore Biafra, it will be a nation state. Every tribe will answer your papa name. You are a German, you are a German. They know they argue from you. No. You are a gunman, you are a gunman. No person argue. The whole Egon territory is for you. Anything you have there is for you. We devise, you will make your law in your own language, so that you cannot deceive people by blowing big grammar. You blow that grammar, you speak your language, your own language. If you make mistake, he say grandfather in the village will correct you. Say Onya, this person don't lie. He lie. Because he speaks the language more than you. Do you understand? That is how it should be. Now the whole resources, if a Gala land, the whole resources in their land belongs to them, they will be proud to call themselves, now we are of a Gala ethnicity. We are Igbo ethnicity. Be proud of that. No more hiding. We are a job people. No more hiding. We are Urobo. You speak your language and be proud. You dress your own, your peculiar way. Now, how nice is going to be. How nice is going to be. How can, when we are doing that, speaking our own language, how can an Europeans come and interfere? Do they hear your language? Do they know your culture more than yourself? Maybe before, if we are entering into court, if it is our tradition, if it is to swear in Amadio, everybody will swear. Say, if I lie, let him kill me. Oyibo will come and tell you, direct you how to do it. Oyibo will come be watching. He say, oh boy, this thing you'll be developing with it. You understand it? Do you understand? That is why we want to restore our nation, Biafra, so that the dignity of black race will be reclaimed. Our rights will be reclaimed. Do you understand? When I talk about election and democracy being imposed on us, only election rigging, I gave example of Uganda, and people will be shouting, "Oh, this is democracy." Come on! If the person enter there tomorrow, he will turn he will treat others coming like the same thing, like rag. That is it. But if we develop in our local way, it will be different, because we will now start valuing brain in our local way. than all these shenanigans. Look at Morocco in North Africa. Are they not doing well? Is there a democracy? Is Morocco a democracy? They are a constitutional monarchy system, constitutional monarchy. But they are doing well more than sub-Saharan Africans. Do you see it? That is not only this year election. Oh, yeah, it's still long. This and that. The whole Africans, the whole black Africans that did well in their tenure. Most of them didn't enter through election. Thomas Sankara didn't enter through election. A good person is a patriotic person. A patriot is a patriot. That is it. All these elections, this and that, before you start campaigning, Europe, you will go and give Europe account of what you have for them. They will take notes. And okay, what do you have in stock for us? All these mines, copper mines in Uganda, are you going to give it to us? What of the gold mines in Lilongwe, in Zimbabwe? Are you going to give it to us? Okay, Botswana gold. You know, you give them account of what is in there for them. Now they will know. They will compare and contrast you with your adversary to know who to support, who to rig the election for. And the promises, the clueless masses will be shouting, hey, this is our democracy. Which kind of democracy? What type of democracy? The one imposed by Europeans. Every 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they come elect monitors. They monitor election. If the EU come and say, okay, now this person we certify is the winner. Now you take is the winner. Can't you reclaim your rights and do something that is unique for yourself so that you develop? Can't you do that? Or when are you going to continue sheepishly doing what you are doing, thinking that you develop? Never. That is why the population Africa is in a mess. I'm telling you, Africa is in a mess. I think this is where I'm going to stop, and I will stop here so far, so that when I will open my lines. I will open my lines, but before I do that, please, I will go into few minutes break, so that I come back, I open the line, so that you start calling.
And then we know that one we talk is with majority. If God be with us, who can be against us? Onye chukwu dem asụnazu enwedịghị atụ ya onye chukwu okike kwụnazu enwedịghị atụ ya Director Nnamdi Kanu chukwu abịa ma ọbụghị n'azụ. Indigenous people of Biafra chukwu abịa ma asụnazu I can hear the Lord saying, do not be afraid of your enemies. The Boko Haram you see today, you shall see them no more. HAUSA Fulani jihadis, you shall see them no more. Says the Lord Almighty, I am with you. We must get to the promised land. The promised land is called Biafra, the land of rising sun. Obodo Chukwu gọziri agọzi, obodo Chukwu chọrọ mma, obodo Chukwu mere eze. Anyị tigbuo Hausa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha, zọgbuo ha, tona ha. Ka anyị tigbuo Hausa dị n'amarụ Chukwu, tigbuo ha, zọgbuo ha, tona ha. Can you see what I was in a marrow? bana muchino boya muchikiranye Kani chiwauta nina marochukwo Nina misiala nyarusio Nina magichukwo Nina magichukwo
Welcome back, this is Radio Biafra. As coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. Our lines are now open. Our direct line, which is also now on signal, is +1 213 328 6224. You can call on this line, either direct line or also signal. Let me repeat it again. I have somebody already calling. +1 213 328 6224. This is a direct line and also signal. Our WhatsApp line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Caller on WhatsApp, you are the first caller. Please make it a worthwhile by giving us your name and where you are calling from. Welcome to the program.
Mazi, Johnathan, good evening from here.
Welcome to the program.
Chinemerem calling from Ghana. I hear from Enugu province. Mazi Johnathan, I just want to contribute on what it's a Zoom meeting our able leader participated in it. And I want to let us understand everything, all the tactics people are using on us. Thank you, Yakasai. Everything, anytime Fulani stand up talking about us, this is what we did to them. They will go to that 1966 claiming that it is an Igbo coup. And it's very, very unfortunate that when they mention that coup, they will say that the major people that participated in that coup are Igbos. So Nzogo is from Delta. But whenever they are talking about anything wrong, they will call all of us Igbo. They will not say that this one, this person is from Niger. They are calling them. They will not say that this one is from South that they are calling them. But it's for all the people from the area so-called Niger Delta to understand that till tomorrow, many people are calling all of us Igbos, Nyamiri. They can never escape it, unless if they realize that we are one. That HAUSA, all those divide and rule Fulani people are using on us. Calling them all names, using different names, dividing us. They should understand that anytime they want to say that we did something wrong to them, they will call all of us Igbos. So, coming to, and I'm happy on what, how our Baba from Yoruba, Baba was so angry about what the way Thankful Yakasai was addressing everything, forgetting that Yanko Takasai Thankful Yakasai will not remember how many times they have been massacring us. not. Right from 1945 till date. But every time we go and they stand up on that, continue talking about it, that is 1966. Even our leader cleared the A for them that day. He told them that this is not a coup, is a revolution. So apart from that one, the woman who said that is from Middle Belt is a fool. It's no longer that time. Is a fool. Is a fool and woman. But he just want to help. There's no way a Middle Belt indie will come out and talk that rubbish that woman said that day. Saying that Nigeria don't need Biafra again. Talking rubbish. Calling our leader that our leader and how can our leader and Onyeko win? We come out and start talking that that way they will go. They will go. If we go, heaven will fall. We don't know that heaven will not fall. Why are they afraid? Why are they afraid? All we need is referendum. That's the only thing. Even that restructuring, our leader told them restructuring what? The restructuring is only because Ojukwu wanted to restructure Nigeria, claimed millions of Biafra people, because Ojukwu wanted to restructure and to make Nigeria better. But because of it, he claimed that particular result to claim millions of Biafra lives. So 2014 confirmable. Where is the implementation of it till today? 2014 confirmable under Johnathan's regime. Where is the implementation of it till today? And even they should go and listen to that clip from that Pastor Bosun from Yoruba. The man attended that confab, and he said anytime they raise up they stand up to talk about religion, Fulani people will stand and shut everybody down. So all this that my ass mostly wait to that particular woman that said is from Middle Belt. The woman is not from, is a Fulani woman. Is not from Middle. Maybe is all those Fulani people that have killed the Middle Belt people and they claim their land. That is how they do. If we allow them, they will come and finish Enugu tomorrow. If we allow them in Enugu now, they will come and finish Enugu tomorrow. They will say they are from east. That is their system. So, Mazi, Johnathan, please. The only thing we need is a referendum. All these things they are talking about. The most annoying thing is that they are using our so-called elders killing us, because they know that we can never allow terrorism. If they push those terrorists from their side, come to our land, if they kill and we rise up against them, they will use our so-called elders and the Nigeria security has started killing us. So that minorities referendum, and we should the revolution on those so-called our elders.
Thank you.
Shalom.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much. Caller on direct line, Mazi, welcome to the program. Caller on direct line. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on, I will come to you. Caller on direct line, go on. Caller on WhatsApp, I say hold on, I will come to you.
We should.
I don't know.
Mazi, can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi, call on the Mazi. Go on, call on direct line. Go on.
Thank you, Mazi. My name is Mazi, my man, Ejaka. I am the national PRO of Ipob here in the United States. I reside here in Washington, D.C., but I am from Amibo. Amibo is in Olo. Amibo is the home of the Tara, and Amibo is the home of King Raja of Ipob. Mazi, I thank you so much for all your analysis this evening. And Mazi, moreover, I thank you so much, for the article, that is United Nations article that you invoked. And I am going to read the Article 7. That is the Article 7. And this Article 7, what is there is indigenous individuals have the right to life, physical and mental integrity, liberty, and the security of person. The indigenous people have the collective right to live in freedom, peace, and security as distinct people and shall not be subjected to any act of genocide or any other act of violence, including forcibly removing children from the group to another group. Then another article, Article 8 said, indigenous people and the indigenous have the right not to be subjected to forced assimilation or destruction of their culture. So when we are talking about the indigenous people, we are talking about the indigenous of the Middle Belt. We are talking about the HAUSA indigenous. We are talking about Oduduwas, and we are talking about the Biafra as the indigenous people. But we have the right of self-determination, and that is the bottom line. They know that Nigeria has been contravening the law. Nigeria has been, all the laws that have set aside for the indigenous people, Nigeria are disobeying it. And then they definitely know that we have our rights. So anyway, Mazi, let me talk a little bit about the Tanko Yakasia. This Tanko, he went as far as he could to itemize the number of the people that were involved in that coup of 1967. But what he refused to say is that was that Murtala Muhammad had a coup, and then we have some group of people from one particular area that were involved in that coup, but they are indigenous, that is the civilians were not killed. From there, the same Buhari had a coup, and then the individuals were not killed. Babangida had a coup, and then the individuals were not killed. Then Abata had a coup, and then individuals were not killed. But I can't understand the reason why this man, will continue to deliberate on the number of people that were involved in the coup that they had since 1967, 70. He refused to tell us that 3.5 million children of Biafra children were intentionally exterminated. He did not tell us again that the pregnant women, that is the Biafra pregnant women, were aborted and the baby were removed from their belly. He forgot to tell us that there were shocker children that because of the atrocity of Nigeria, then you have the children that were kwashiorkor, that Biafra kwashiorkor, that their food were poisoned. That is in the camp. He did not tell us about the cyanide in the food of the people, children. He did not talk about the blockade and the starvation that was imposed on Biafra. And he did not say anything about the bomb that was thrown in the market, where the children and the elderly people were buying and selling. All the indiscriminate bombing of the market. He did not say anything about the children, the bomb that was thrown in the school, where the children were going to school and a lot of children died. 3.5 million children died. He did not say anything about the bomb that were thrown in the hospitals. All the hospitals that were destroyed. Even people that are sick that cannot run. Then the bomb was thrown there to destroy all the children in Biafra. He did not say anything about the farm, our farm, where landmines and everything that was done. What they did was an intentional extermination of the Biafran, and that is what they did. So there is no way that this man can still be alive to talk about war. And they inflicted a lot of injury, both psychological and physical injury that was inflicted on Biafra, of which up to today, the people that survived that war, they still have that trauma. They still have the trauma on them. And that same war we are being visited. Our children that did not know anything about the war are still fighting that war up to today. But if you go to all the places in Nigeria, all the jails, all the prisons in Nigeria, you will see all the Biafran children in those. Even if you go to the northern northern jail, you will see a lot of our children in the jail. You go to even the south here, our children, that is the Biafra. So what is their intention? Their intention is just to depopulate us, and that is what they have decided to do. So the Fulani Janjaweed, what did they do? Even during this, COVID-19, that all the borders were closed, everywhere were stopped. What this Fulani did? The Fulani went and then they opened up the border. And this is the Fulani that said, yes, we love the HAUSAs, we are the northern people. We love the north, we are not. Everybody, every time they're talking about the north. You love the north, and then you have a lot of poverty in the north. Children don't have food to eat. There's nothing. Then, but still, you went ahead and open up the border of the north and bring the Fulanis from the Sahel. You brought all of them in millions just to come and occupy the land that doesn't belong to them. And then still, you are one northern. Every time you talk about the north, you are one. How can you be one when you are starving your own? So, Mazi, all these things that these guys are talking, all this, you have a lot of marginals. Look at the percentage of the poverty in the north. All these are marginals. Why are these people, why are they punishing these children? What is it that these children, these HAUSA children did to deserve all this punishment? What is it that the middle belt children did that they are punishing them? There is no job, there is nothing, they are begging on the street. And still, these Fulanis have the audacity to continue to talk to and then as if they are something. But let me tell you that the Fulanis, they are not up to 5% of the population of Nigeria. But the Fulanis have occupied a lot of spaces in Nigeria. They are the leaders. When you come to the leaders, they are the leaders in every ramification. Then you talk about the generals in the military, it is the Fulanis. You talk about the religious leaders, it is the Fulanis. Even the head of EFCC, Fulani, the NNPC is the Fulani, the Central Bank of Nigeria is the Fulani, Boko Haram is Fulani, herdsmen are Fulani, many other are Fulani, the head of the securities, Fulani, the head of the government, Fulani, the bandits, Fulani, and enough as you everywhere is Fulani. So what are we doing? When is Nigeria going to rise up? But as for us, the Biafran, we are out already. There is no debate about it because we know now the national, international, they know that it is our right to self-determination, our right of freedom, our right for referendum, and that is what we are going to have. There is no man that is born of a woman that is going to stop it. This is whoever, he can as much as he is yapping. Believe me, the people that they have met now, this is the new breed, the new breed of Biafra. The people he met was the ones that were involved in the war. Those people, probably these politicians, they are so scared. But the new breed of Biafra that are coming, it better be people who is active for. Mazi, thank you, and may God bless you. Please go and join the yes, is it security network? Join the Security Network and contribute to Eastern Security Network. Thank you. God bless you.
And you too. Thank you very much, Mazi. Caller on WhatsApp, thanks for holding on. Can you hear me? Your name and where you calling?
I can. Mazi Johnathan, good evening.
Come to the program.
Thank you very much. My name is Uchenna Paul Ubezil. I'm calling you from Okigwe. Okigwe is the name of state. Mazi, from your teaching this evening, there is something very important which I noticed. You were hammering the point on the brain of a black man. All the emphasis, all the teaching our leader has been teaching, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been teaching over the years, is the problem that we have. Every problem we have is in the brain of a black man. Because the brain is where the whole problem lies. When you look at that Zoom meeting very well, there was a woman that came in late that commented Though her picture there, I was not able to remember her name and her picture, but the woman said, please, she was preaching the path of peace. He said, Kalu, my sweetheart, please, let us know how to work out things. There are lightnings like that who want peace, who want for it to be better for everybody. But the problem I am asking is, why is all these politicians, all of these high ranking, what is the problem? What is the joy they derive in seeing another person suffering, and they are living comfortably? They can travel to abroad and take medication, and we are in the damn local republic here and are suffering, and these people are comfortable. The moment it is their turn, their family to have money to go to Dubai and buy houses, they will be comfortable. They don't want anything to change. The moment the power has gotten to them, you mentioned about what's in this country again, Uganda. The young man there, Bob Wine. Of course, maybe the other man too that is there has been there for 35 years, and he's comfortable because he's comfortable. You don't want anything to change, and the other people are there suffering. That's the problem we have. Black men, their problem is in the brain. And we only pray that God should help us to start reasoning well. Because the moment we start reasoning well, that is when the true changes will start coming. Mazi, please, I want to say, many of us need this issue of the brain. You need to continue to hammer on this brain so that many of us will start thinking well. Because some people are even a local government chairman, ordinary chairman in a community, the moment he becomes a chairman, he feels somehow as a small god, and he's so comfortable. If anything is not affecting him, he's comfortable. Even though others are dying, he's okay, no problem. That is what is happening. And forgetting that, look at what is happening in America today. Many Americans that are not relatives to Trump, they stood by him. They stood by him. They are fighting for him because they knew that this is exactly what happened. But here, some people will say, I beg you, why he was there? Did he give me any money? That is the way that is the problem of the black man here. Others are suffering, they are happy, they are comfortable, as far as it doesn't affect them. When another person is arrested, and for the fact that the person has never done anything wrong, and as far as the thing doesn't affect you or she, he goes his own business. On your way, you see somebody is being arrested, you can't just stop and ask, what has this person done? Everybody will walk away, everything will, as if normal. Look at some stupid people that came and said that they were elite. You have no light, you have no comfortable electricity, you have nothing. And you open your mouth and you talk about elitism. That is the anger. Anytime you look at our leader said he's a Democrat. And if you want that, if everything is okay, will he come out and start protesting now or start talking about living the country? But nothing is working. He felt for the common man in the village. But these people are too comfortable with their life, and I think maybe they have another life after this life. This is the wickedness of a black man, and that is what is eating everybody up. Religion, all those in religion, churches, and all those things. The moment the person is getting money, the last person in his thought wouldn't even care to know if the person has eaten. That is wickedness of a black man, and that is why we are so fucking backward. But I thank God for our leader, and I thank God for people like you who are actually making impact. Mazi, good night, please.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. We must continue. We must continue addressing the wickedness that is in the black people. But we have also good people in our land. Because as I said before, we have to balance the equation. It is people like Nwobani Ogogo. So his people into slavery, captured. Also, it is people like Kumeku warriors. They are also people that fought for our liberation to resist the Britain. So it is like that. Caller, what's up? Please hold on. Let me pick this call that I've been calling direct line. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? No. Caller on WhatsApp now. Go on.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Mazi Obale. Obale is from Amawam. Amawam is in Oboro in Umuahia province of Biafra land. So my brother Johnathan, I'm grateful. I thank you for the good work you are doing for our people. Leave our leader, Mazi Kanu, Udo Derege, one.
The Korage.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Caller on direct line. What is happening? Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Caller on direct line. Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. Mazi Johnathan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Mazi, welcome to the program. And Mazi, let me, please, before you continue, if you are talking, be listening to the moderator. You understand?
It's okay, but our radio is not talking.
I know. No, you listen to the phone. Talk. You listen to the phone. Go on, Mazi. Go on.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Biafrans all over the world. May people carry on and continue to dwell upon his peace. His guidance, his protection. Everything about Chukwukikadiama is love. Everything about Chukwukikadiama, our God is love. He loves us. He wants us to come back to him. That is why I am here to pass this message tonight. May Chukwukikadiama continue to bless our leader, guide and protect him, and see him through on this very big task that has been assigned for him to restore us. Let every Biafran, anywhere you have found yourself, embrace our leader. He is the only savior. I thought it was one of the no company. Any level will be boom Biafra. Our life is at danger. We are about to be deleted from this planet. My name is Okechukwu. I'm calling from Aba province, Biafra. We are facing them. We are facing them life. We see. I promise God to this time I will not go for this assignment. Let everyone take me out. Why must I continue to live and see my people suffering? Why must I continue to live to see this present generation trying to abandon this big task for the next coming generation so that Fulani will come and take our land? It's impossible. It can now happen. Let everybody wake up. Anywhere you find it, wake up. Whether you are a man or you are you. Get our leader. Let us get our land back. Malachi chapter 1 and Malachi chapter 2. This is chapter 1, verse 6 and verse 4 and verse 6. Very, very important. This is chapter 2, verse 4, verse 7 and verse 6.
Caller on signal, very, very please important. Hold on. I'll
because
come to you.
Because these Fulani people, they are going to abandon us in this land, and they want to take our land, the land of nations, in heaven and earth. We will, when it will start, we will see. Britain will face us when they will, when our own flesh will start. You see this, we have many people now that allow us to go. We have discovered with the country. Thank you in Britain and take the land of nations here. When it will start, you people will confirm that we are Biafran. Let us okay. The only way to see what Johnathan will do. After doing that, then you will see what this back will look like. Biafran, listen, you will see Second Chronicles chapter 1 and Second Chronicles chapter 2. Our leader promised to go to Canada that he will worship him forever. Our leader promised to go to Canada that he will build them for our leader. Just 2 minutes and preach to him why Biafra Biafra will not come. If you spend more than 2 minutes, then we know that they get. Nobody has come. Nobody has seen that. I will have on my whatever. Like I will have the Biafra. And then just have to go and take a day of the but then we will not there every now we get all the people ahead with Dara. Not Johnathan defeat I can't have the top of the then we have something. We have other Biafra for the next election. Then I will ada wani na tiro to dara ona ba to Biafra ti do wo ka na ka nda bula nda ke do na na ya ona ba ka no o ba to Biafra na e atu da ka na ni ma ha ni bo no na da no go e tu no na ta no no na ka ya ta ki da ya ni to ko nya be tu na bi ma ta mo na ma to na ta ki ke o ya Biafra
almost here Biafra. Thank you very much. There we go. Please, caller, what's up? Just hold on a bit. Let me pick this caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
I can hear you, Mazi Johnathan.
Welcome to the program. You are the first caller on this signal.
Wonderful. God is great. Chukwuka Kabiama is great. I pray the thing will last me based on my location. I want to appreciate Biafrans all over the world and lovers of Biafrans all over the world. I appreciate Chukwuka Kabiama what he's doing. I just want to say something because when things are happening, we have to take records. Because when you take records, you understand exactly what is happening. You know, these people, like our others, the previous callers, they mentioned, talk about the Zoom, the meeting, Zoo something meeting. So knew what is happening. Remember in 2017, they thought that they committed in London, that is the impostor. When our leader person there in Asorok is not Buhari, that they gave our people quick notice June 2017, if you will remember, because they thought that now they the Fulanis. So in order to cover up, so that everybody to attend all Israel, they now gave us our Igbos the quick notice. Go. Now, when they saw that the administrators they are using to impose on us, they govern us. Now, all Joes of Kalu went to Sokoto and begin to beg them. They say, no, these people, they are still blind. Though. Now, the same thing replicated itself during the meeting. You know, the woman, a Fulani woman, they claim that it's a middle belt. Hey, you can go. If people go.
Call on direct line. Hold on. I will come to you, please.
Thank you.
We can stay on our own.
Taking my call.
We can stay on our own. Now, what is happening? He's now giving us signal. He's not telling us that the ball is on our courts. They ran table coming to discuss. Discuss what? Is it not what they discuss now with our leader? Is it not what they are going to discuss? This person will be talking another thing. This person will, the British room for them to see people they will see as fashion. If we don't know the mystery, if we don't know the secret of the Britain, there are more than 3 they are the devil we are seeing is the British. They are looking for people to use to create fashion in Biafra land, so that they will be using it to penetrate, so that the kingdom of God here on earth will not be. When you are here in Biafra, maybe you see fashion here and there. Do the fashion, you will not have. So the revolution, whatever that is happening, God have given room for revolutions called Nigeria, especially in Biafra land. So that when we enter into Biafra land, we will no more all these things. That is causing. That is what we'll be doing. Let us make haze while the sun shine. Happen in America, and what is still truth? People do not want the truth. People which is truth, the truth. So the truth now must rise up to defend itself. We are not looking into any human being, no country, no United Nation, no no Kabiama who will give us Biafra, and he will use you and I to do it. Let us walk, and the revolution take charge of them alone and define ordained Biafra in the name of Chiko Gabiama declared. You say.
Thank you very much, my brother. Caller on WhatsApp, thank you. Welcome to the program.
Good evening from here. Good evening to. Thank you. Good evening to Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, and lovers of freedom. My name is Most Favor. I come from Newu province, Biafran land. I'm calling from Kingdom of Netherlands. Mazi, I thank you for the good work. You are always giving us the best meal. And Chukwu Abiyama bless you. And also to my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the Great, hero of my own time, who has brought him in our own time to accomplish that very mandate mission which he sent him for. In our own time, which we all must see Biafra, rejoice, dance, and celebrate Biafra in our own time. So, Mazi, in analysis tonight, it is a nice one, as always. I just have one or two things to contribute. Starting with the woman, you also made one of the never program they did. Man, there is something about our leader. And this thing, sometimes when you say it, people who think that he is just saying it for sake of saying. There is this character onion possess, and what is that? Hindu is never scared. Say that we will never be scared before our enemies. I watched that very program from the very beginning to the end. Onyendu is one person that will come out and be telling you how it is, eyeball to eyeball. Do you see how Onyendu reduced all those the so-called elite? He brought them to zero. When they were there saying that he is this one, he's ambassador of this, he is this one, them the elite, and Onyendu was saying he's not hearsay, he's not saying it from somewhere, but in that same program, in that same platform, all of them were in claiming elitism. Onyendu told them, how can you be claiming that you are an elite when there is no electricity in your village? Where there is no ordinary water, there is no water, there is no electricity, there is no road, and you're claiming elitism. That is this fortune Onyendu possesses. In fact, that is one of the most outstanding character that I love so much of him. And something again I want to say is this. Mazi, you remember the name of that program? They said it's never again. Now, I am not surprised of what Tanko Yakasara said. Why? Now you first ask yourself, that very capture or the very conference called Never Again started last year. This was the second one. Now, who is the person that is saying never again? If you look at this thing, you will see that is the victim. That very program was initiated by the victims, which are the Biafrans.
Of course.
So this was initiated by the victims. We initiated this. Now, despite the fact that someone beat you and you cried, and when you finish crying, the person will continue, the person bullying you will continue to tell you that he will do you again. Now you will come out from when you stop crying and you start saying never again. Now you invited the person that is bullying you, which I did not. Now Tanko Yakasaya came there and He was telling us why they did, and you can see
And why they
you
will
can see the
continue doing what
arrogance.
they are doing.
You can see the arrogancy in the man, which portrays that this man has no atom of remorse in what they did to France. The way this man was saying that thing, he was just saying it as if that, as in, if chance or permission or chance is given to that man, he will still avenge more for the death of the coup that happened. Oh, now we the victim are calling them to come to say never again. This is I thank God for IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is the narrative, this very platform, your voice, the voice of our leader, and this radio stand for. We cannot remain slave. Why do we will be the one shouting never again? And people that mentors are coming, we are inviting them in, and they are there telling us how much they can do if care is not taken. It's quite unfortunate, but I thank God for Onyendo, because that very program Onyendo that them, and
he told
he
them
will
the
continue
truth in the face without mincing words. That is it.
Without mixing word, he said it. That program, it wouldn't have achieved anything if Onyendo wasn't there, because everybody there. Thank God also for Onyeko, because he did great. So in fact, I thank God, because now we have seen the light, and we'll keep following. Biafra is our last resort. That is where we are heading. Please permit me 1 minute. Let me announce to Biafrans living here in Netherlands that any part of Netherlands you live in, and any part of Biafran you come from, be it, as far as you're from all Eastern region, please, it's about time we support our brothers doing this fight. Our people, our boys, we are here in the comfort of our home, enjoying ourselves, but there are people now in the bush protecting our mothers and our siblings. Please, just let's do ourselves this honor to support them. You can reach our principal officers on how you can support us. You can reach our coordinator or any principal officer here in Netherlands with this number, please, and support ESM, because they have come to stay. The number to reach is 0616663830. I repeat, 0616663830. Please, I urge you all listeners, more especially Biafrans living here in Netherlands, we'll be having our Zoom meeting on 30th of this month on how we can support this very move, more especially the ESN. Be informed, be aware, do not forget. Thank you. Chukwuabiama bless you. Thank you for giving me the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We must continue. We must continue. I have somebody, people call at the same time and they leave at the same time. Caller on direct line, your name and where you're calling from. Mazi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You called before. I told you to hold the line. I will come to you. Whenever you call, I keep quiet. Please, just don't cut off. Hold the line. I will come to you because somebody is talking. That is it. Go on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I will. Can I go now?
Go on, go on, go on.
Thank you very much. My name is Dr. Obioramba, calling from USA. I want to thank you for all the good job you are doing for us. And one thing that interests me about your program is that you do a lot of research before you come online. So thank you very, very much. I want to add that one of the last speakers in the Zoom conference, not again, did actually correct the lies of Yanko Takasi, informing him that because of the January 15th coup, was as a result of the census, the war in the West, and other factors. And I will also add that it's because of corruption in the system at that time. You know, so Yanko Takashi was lying to just jump into the 1966 queue, leaving every other thing that has happened in the past. Another thing I want to suggest to our leader is that he shouldn't be attending every call. This particular one, they set him up to fail. And he should be very, very careful about Dele Mamudu. Dele Mamudu is working for the Nigerian government and is trying to set him up. So he should not be easily available to Dele Mamudu any longer. The next thing I want to talk about when the Arabs arrive in Africa. I want our people to know that the Arabs arrived in Africa in the 7th century. They did already before the Europeans came. They've been killing and doing everything and conquering before the Europeans came. So when the Europeans came, they now partner with them, partner with the Arabs, and that's what they are doing up to today. So the game that the Fulanis are playing is a game that they've been playing all along in Africa. Because now, currently, Muslims constitute 40% of the African population in the African continent. They constitute 40% of the African continent. So what they are doing in Nigeria today is that in all of Africa. And if we don't do something now, the future of our children will be in doubt. And also, let me also make it clear that the Fulanis believe that they dip the Quran in the sea. They believe that they already dip the Quran in the sea. What they are doing, whatever we are doing now is to get that Quran out of the sea and give it back to them. That's what we are doing now. All their actions, all their utterances, everything they are doing shows that they believe that they already dip the Quran in the sea already. And the next thing I want to say before I drop is that from the behavior of the indigenous people, they regard us like animals. Because since they came, our people have been playing into their hands. And they regard us as animals. So if you look at the way they are talking to us, all of them talking to us, you can see that they don't regard us as anything because they are using our people. They use people, like you said, to get what they want. And now they are using our people, our governors, our ministers against us to get what they want. So the earlier we rise up to education, the better for us. Now we end it here, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to contribute to your program.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. And remember.
All right, sir.
Caller on WhatsApp.
Thank
you for holding on. Start by giving us your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Mazi, Ejike by name. May Elohim Okike bless you.
And you too.
And bless our leader. And bless all the principal officer. Bless every good citizen of Biafra. Bless every good person that are fighting for freedom. First of Radio Biafra. It's a very good gift, and I'm very opportune and be a happy man to be in this generation, seeing everything that are happening. Our leader is a very big gift to us. I will start with 1990, Major Gideon Oka.
Mazi, please
revolution.
Introduce yourself, please.
Yes, sir. I did. Okay. I did. My name is Mazi Ejike.
Yeah,
from Malaysia, calling from Malaysia. A Biafran from Isukwato province.
Go on. Yes. Go on.
Oh, okay. I'll start first and foremost with April 22, 1990. The revolution Q by Gideon Oka. Because of the maltreatment of the middle belt and the southern Nigeria. They killed Mama Mvasa. They killed Delegiwa. Because of the corruption of these Fulani people. Doing drugs. Doing 1990 to nothing has changed. These people that call themselves elite, they are not elite for anything. Nothing has changed. Delegiwa died. Mama Mvasa were killed. Say a attempt coup by Babangida. All these things are still up to today, and nothing has changed. No electricity, no light, nothing. I could remember what the speech of Gideon Oka. Gideon Oka took 5 states out from Nigeria, from Core North, said he further notice. Ikenwachuku and the rest of people start to intervene to make sure that that revolution did not hold on. They stopped him and do what? Set him firing squad, which he say a dead man has no statement. I never forget that speech till today. A dead man has no statement. And these people are still till today doing what? Killing us. The people that are supposed to organize this never happen again. This Uzuko Mona. They are not the right people to do it. The right people to do this thing are the Fulani. Are the Fulani, because we are the victim. They give us 20 pounds. Are we the one to beg them? Somebody that is sick will go to the doctor. They give us 20 pounds. They kill us. That during the time of this war. Do you know that Yakubu Gowon is in Lagos doing white wedding? Doing his wedding with our sister. Doing well with our sister in Lagos, when our people are being killed, our people are being massacred, and our people are still calling these people to come and do what? Why can a cockroach be innocent in the territory of fowl? How are you calling these people to come to us? Why will they come to us to come and tell us it will not happen again? What is that will not happen again? How you implement the 3 hours? One thing you have never done. You have never the road we use in our place were done by our people. Nothing has been done. The 3 hours, and you are coming to tell us it will not happen again. We cannot go to, before you travel out, you must go to Lagos or you go to Kano for your visa. We don't have one embassy in our place. No federal character in the whole southern east. No federal character. And you are telling us it will not happen again. That woman that call herself Charity, let you go and read about Oka. I keep on saying it. She should go and read about Oka. You will never be innocent in that country called Nigeria. Except Nigeria do what? Every person go to your own and go and start your life. What is there for our people not to hear? And the revolution we will carry now is our elite. Because if we left our elite, they will destroy us. We have seen the problem we have there is our elite. Last year, P2B went to Duduwa Hall. He were congratulating people on Duduwa Hall. But anything you call Biafra, you will see him. If a people, his colleague will come out in a chamber and say, I'm proud of Oduduwa, I'm an Arewa man, then what stops him not to say he's a Biafra man? What stops him not to say he's a Biafra man? When you say you're a Biafra man, they bring you to kill you. But then we say they are from Arewa. Somebody will come say from Oduduwa. He did not commit any sin. But once you say I'm a Biafran, then you have committed the worst treason on earth. Why must he be so? Why must he be so? Thank you, Mazi Johnathan. God bless you.
Thank you, and you too. Thank you very much. You know, we must continue anyway. Rabbi Charles, please hold on. Let me pick this call. Caller on direct line. Your name and where you're calling from.
Let's devote principal officers of IPOB. And bless our leader, the servant of my time. My name is Mazi Chinemerem Obiuku. I'm from Abade, Wangele local government, all privilege, Biafra land. Mazi, see this this nzukọ ndị nzuzu nzukọ ụmụnna ndị nzuzu ndị Igbo. Mazi, now I realize that the problem we have here is the people are called elite in Igbo land. Man, these people are fools. These people are cowards. These people are... Man, look at Tito, the murderer. A murderer. Tito B is a murderer. See that Tito B? Tito B is Busu, Bisikat. That guy, Tito B is... You see that guy, Tito B, very dangerous. Tito B spoil Anambra State with the religious politics here. See, look at this governor in the Anambra State. Who give it to Anambra State? Is it not Tito B? Show me your friend, I will tell you whom you are. Tito B is evil man. He's a murderer. Wait tomorrow. Look at never again. Let me tell them, it will happen again. This time will not be like 1960. You will go and take your Fulani brothers or Fulani to your counterpart. Tell them that this generation of Biafra have raised up and it will happen again. And this one now will be dangerous than what the Ojuku fought. Because Ojuku fought the whole world, only one man fighting the whole world, fighting his brother. But this time around, it will not going to be like that. This time around, go first. All this rubbish, useless, idiotic, coward group in Igbo land. Go and tell your British people and your Fulanis, your friends or your brother. Go and tell them that it will happen again. Mazi, once man die, this time around, nobody will stop Biafra. Britain is the one that sponsored that thing by look at them, elite. I tend to go together for Abiyama for Mazi Nandekal. He just destroyed them. So all of them in that their Zoom meeting, although our director have said it, is they men without shame, men without honor, men without dignity. I want to order our director. You see this Dele Momudi. Britain applaud that guy. That guy, Mazi, I saw that guy in my revelation. That guy is a chameleon. You see Dele? That guy is a
let me say something.
That guy,
Mazi, let me say something.
I see that guy in my revelation. Mazi, the guy can go me. If on our about chameleon, in my revelation for ya, chameleon on our or patana green or tar green, or patana black or purple. Or bro black. Directors not accept anything concerning this business. That guy is something else. He's something else.
You hear me?
And my dream is always come to pass. Please, I've director, but later be careful for that. That beast is
Caller, our people should learn this. If you are talking, don't fair break. You'll be listening.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
People should not be attacking anything, everything. What the character of the journalist is not your problem. What matters is what comes out. They organize this thing so that people will hear from you. It will reach everywhere around the world. People that will hear. It's not that guy. What people we should be tactical in what we are doing, please. It's not any person you attack, anybody. He is bringing for your voice to be heard also. That is one of the things. So it's not something. Let us be reasonable sometimes, and if we are talking, let us be listening to your phone so that the moderator, the platform, millions of people are listening all over the world. Please, Rabbi Charles, please, over to you. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Mazi, Johnathan, Chinedu. Good evening from here. I thank you for what you are doing and what you just said now. Before I continue, I would like to say good evening from here to all Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom. I greet you, and we do care for you. our leader Mazi Nandekano. Good evening from here, sir. Shabbat Shalom. And I just want to say this. In fact, my head is loaded. I'm Rabbi Shah speaking from my location. I just want to say this. Mazi, this is the reason why I called you. I called on your platform. I've been listening. Sometimes I'm not actually ready to talk, but we have to give education for people. You see, let me tell us what journalism is all about. Do you think most of the question the honorable journalist was asking our leader, do you think he's the one asking him those questions? It's not him. Journalism is, journalists are immune. You cannot, in a normal society, you cannot arrest a journalist. You cannot bribe a journalist. You cannot intimidate a journalist. Only in Nigeria that things are working the other way around. But I must let us know, Dele Momodu is doing his job. He is doing his job. He doesn't have any prejudice. Even if he does, we can't establish it. He is doing his job. Biafrans, I listened to one lady making comment on this thing on Facebook. I felt very disgusted. We need some education, for God's sake. We need thorough education. Have you listened to, do you follow BBC Half Talk? Have you seen Tim Sebastian throwing questions? You know that journalists can make you lose your position. They do it to every president, even to President Donald Trump. They will be asking him questions, repeating the question. Are you a racist?
Do you remember when the former British Prime Minister Theresa May went to South Africa and visited Robben Island? Do you watch the interview with the journalist?
Yes.
Do you know that if it is an African president, he will slap the journalist? Do you know that?
Yes.
I don't know. Our people, we should be wise. We should be wise and educated in whatever we are doing.
Mazi.
You can't attack everybody just for attacking sake.
Oh my Lord. Mazi, the problem with our people is that they don't pay attention to watch some certain program that will educate their mind, their mindset. That is the problem. It's exposure, lack of exposure. If you are telling your leader to run away from Jesus Christ, you can't run away from.
How are other people going to hear him? There are people that are never even listening to him or listen to radio, but they listen to it.
That is what, and some anchors will be anchoring them and hearing them talking. They can give, like you just did now. Take some time. Don't take calls and answer like I'm here now to brush them up. What we're doing is to brush Biafrans up to be better than any other tribe in that contraption. Yorubas are doing fantastically well. A journalist can go to you, be the president, and they will be asking you questions. Oh, I heard you touched a woman I heard what you said in a discussion in your closet. How you touched women, how you disrespect. Donald Trump was getting this question. Do you see Donald Trump slapping the woman? He will lose everything. Journalism is a kind of discipline. It gives you discipline to be able to answer any kind of question. To be ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya njakịrị. Amaghị njakịrị n'ụwa ọgụ n'ahịa, ịma Igbo a useless person. Ama njakịrị na this, we have all these things, but we don't understand what it means. They will tease you. They will tease you in order for you to be provoked. They are testing you. God created man and tested man in the Garden of Eden to see what he produced, whether that thing can sustain temptation. Did God kill Satan, Lucifer? Why couldn't he kill him? He said he would kill him, but not now. But he left him to be walking around conducting temptation to tempt what he has created. Lucifer is actually working in collaboration with God. Sometimes we don't know it. It's a hard saying. This is a hard talk. If you listen to Tim Sebastian, the time he used to conduct hard talk, you will hear him asking some questions. You will think the person will flame up. Let us not behave like the Arabs. You know, when they go to interview, and you go to YouTube, you will see a lot of people fight in the studio.
Of course.
When the journalist is asking them some heavy questions, they will flame up and remove the microphone and unplug it and remove it from their shirt and say, "I'm out of this place." You will kick the table. That is to show that he's not competent. You see, so our leader, I have even some journalists that I'm keeping on hold that want to interview our leader. I sent him message, but he said he's busy. Let me say it to our hearing. Our leader is not running away from them. I want him to go and get interview to professional journalists from distance, not on close by or not in their studio now, because we're into freedom fighting. We haven't gotten our nation completely. So you don't tell him. Even Dele Momodu is having his own challenges in Nigeria. Remember what he was saying. He said he's from Edo State. He grew up in some certain state. He cannot contest for anything in that state. If you want to do the Yorubas, we tell him, go back to your state. And we are living in the same country. Dele Momodu is having his own cross. He's carrying his own cross. We don't hear all these things when he's saying it.
He said that he had many attacks for even interviewing our leader. Do you
yes.
remember when is it Northern Group, they said that Dele Momodu should be arrested for interviewing our
leader? Yes. It's a man.
You know.
And our people are not getting it. Every time we will come here, our leader, listen, my brothers and sisters, let me tell us this. We didn't send our leader on this assignment. Elohim brought him. He that keeps Israel neither sleep nor slumber. The Lord is his keeper. The sun shall not smite him by day, neither the moon by night. He shall not stumble. Have that belief. And we will go and confront our enemies. We are not going to be afraid. Only what I advise is keep to distance, because there are many ways to kill people these days, even through microphone. If you are even through your location, don't exhibit your location all the time. Change locations, because they have everything to monitor our movement these days. But the leg of a man is doing a fantastic job and is putting his life at risk. If we are praying for people, we should pray for them for Mood too. If you know, journalists have asked me one certain time at work, said I had to knock somebody down in Britain here. I'm telling you, I went to court. I won the case. They said they sent somebody, group of three people to my workplace, and they began to tease me to get upset. I know they were sent. You have to be disciplined. And after that, they said, "Come, let's take photographs." They tested me to know if I would reject, because it was what made them to take me to court. That I said I wouldn't take photographs with Oyibos, that I don't like them. It was a lie somebody wrote. And I am a law enforcement agent. I have to go to court. I said no. I love everybody. That was the day I began to disclose some information. They were shocked. I have half-caste children. How can I say I don't like white people? It's not possible. It's not true. Then I told them, let's take photographs. They ladies, female, they came and hugged me. One said, give me a kiss, a peck. I did. They wanted me to say no. That's what they were looking for. And they took the snapshot and left. I carried on with my job. They want to know this man is a racist. I'm not a racist. I love everybody. Look at what is going on going on in Africa. Look at Museveni. Look at a dead man. My brother, please give me a few minutes. I know I'm taking your time. Sometimes I get upset with our people. Look at Museveni. After everything they interview Bobby Wine, you think that's God? He has crowd, and they gave him who? To the old man who is dying. With due respect, I know that Museveni has worked hard. He saved Uganda when Uganda was almost about to be wiped out as a result of HIV/AIDS. You guys don't know what happened in Uganda. When you talk of AIDS, not only in South Africa or Congo, AIDS almost ravaged the whole of Uganda. It was Museveni and his wife that fought and began to lecture them and teach them what protective sex is all about, and using contraceptives. Every home you see dead people. Some parents will die and leave children, the children will be crying because they don't have their father is dead. They have a lot of mines where they mine copper and other mineral resources. They go to mine and they live there. So prostitutes will come there, sleep with them, and they will go home and sleep with their wives. And they will kill the wife without knowing. This thing happened in South Africa. And our people don't know. It takes education. Museveni tried when he tried. But he should give space. Look at Dele Momodu. He is taking bullets from the north. He is taking bullets from the Yorubas. Now he's taking bullets from Biafra. This rubbish must stop. Let him interview. If they will ask you, you said you want to murder somebody. Did you say that? It's a journalist asking you. Yes, you can say, no, sir. I never meant that. This is what I meant. Don't take it personal. Oh, I heard that you're a very hot-tempered man. Look, when he came up the first time, he said, I heard that you are dead. That was what it was going on in the air. A sister called me from Germany and said, was even crying. Say, I didn't hear from our league. I said, excuse me, what are you talking about? I said, is that the reason why? He said, please, when she said to me, you know, I'm a woman, my heart goes soft. She's older than me. My heart got soft, and I said, our leader is fine. I just spoke with him. It's okay. There is nothing. All you see on social media is just fake news. Don't worry, we are countering them. So we shouldn't give into this kind of, you leave the substance and start chasing shadow. A journalist, he is asking on behalf of the state. He's asked because he's licensed to practice it there. He's asking on behalf of the individuals posting questions. He's not the one that is asking that question personally. He's asking to know on behalf of even the federal government, the Africa, because our leader's name is well known. This man, is he going to create world war? He sounds like a hot-tempered person. So they will ask him, when you were ordering this, did you say you're going to burn Lagos down? The man said no. And that he wants him to clear himself. Give him that opportunity. Only when you go there, our leader is not somebody that can go and interview and fail. When he was speaking on that, never again, he was speaking our heart. When he started talking, I recorded it. When he started talking, I said, oh my God, thank God. And he was answering them. That woman began to rant. Our sister Onye Konwenu, wonderful woman. Ankyo Briggs, wonderful woman. Some are not, and down. This one called and he was attacking P2B. Sometimes, let me say this. P2B, I know his record. I know what happened in the past. My brothers and sisters, please, we have to give people respect. There are some certain offices they occupy. Even my Bible tells me there are ways I cannot address Lucifer. You know Lucifer now? A lot of Africans are calling him, he's a man, he's mad, he's this, he's it. It's not what Bible tells you to do. Bible didn't tell you to curse him. He is created by God. He has an office in heaven. He had an office in heaven. God dethroned him. God said, resist the devil and he will flee from you. He didn't tell you curse him. There are some certain powers that God will resist on your behalf. There are some certain powers, principalities that God will rebuke, like the devourer in the book of Malachi. He never told you, go and rebuke the devourer. He said, when you have done all these things, I will rebuke the devourer for your sake. After all, it was principalities that held Angel Gabriel for 21 days. Until God sent an archangel to go and rebuke that principality to let Gabriel go and deliver the message. There are some certain things you can do. In this movement, there are things I will always hand over to our leader. I can't do that. A journalist was asking me, can you come? I said, no. Our leader will come to your platform and get him interviewed. I am nobody. I am following him. I set up the appointment. Our leader never had time for that for now. You see that? Not every demon that I can go and treat God himself. If it is paining God so much, let him kill Lucifer once and for all. Everybody will have peace on earth. He said no. He gave us roadmap to follow. If you resist him, he will flee from you. He won't kill you. He will run because you said no. You said it is written. It is written. It is written. Yeshua HaMashiach did that. So I can't use the same method. Is it always you are stupid, you are idiot? You don't have that. We should have respect. We should listen to what people are telling our people. Like we are mannerless people, we are abusers, we are cursers. That woman deserves that treatment, because if you tell a Jewish person that there is nothing like Holocaust, you will get the biggest destruction of your life, because Holocaust happened. You can't tell us that they didn't massacre Biafrans. So she is getting it. But our journalists, those people doing their jobs, leave them, treat them with respect and not with contempt. Mazi Ndewo. Shalom from here and there.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Thank you. I hope our people are listening. Sometimes we should handle things and know how to behave. You know, it's not attacking everybody. No. I know it's not easy, but our people should learn. When an interviewer maybe ask our leader some question, I thought you are dead. You know, some people, some Biafrans will take it personal. Oh, this man say that he didn't. He know what he is doing. He want our leader to clarify the viewers. That is the only thing. He himself knows that he's not dead. For example, they just want him to clarify because of the news around, so that people will hear and say, okay, yeah. So that's it. Caller on WhatsApp, thank you for holding on. Your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program.
Good evening. That's Johnathan.
Welcome to the program.
No. My name is Chukwu Emmanuel. I'm a native of Ishiago, about State Biafra land. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Kano. I greet all the genuine principals of IPOB members all over the whole world. This night, I want to start. There was a program you made on 13th of this month, that about 2-3 days ago. This program is very, very, very important. If it is possible, this very program supposed to be playing in some other platform like South Africa and the rest of them, who are operating in the morning and in the afternoon in Nigeria and in Biafra general. So, if it is possible, that program has a lot of information. Very, very important on 13th. Let me start from today. About the Zoom meeting. A meeting is very okay, but that meeting at the end, what Nigeria is trying to do is to select a certain group of people that will support to say they are going to restructure Nigeria, which is to deceive those people they can deceive. Because the little I heard that Zoom meeting, few of them, Onyeka Onwenu is the only one of the people that can say it how it is. Our leader say his own perfectly, but some of them are trying to cover their evil Nigeria. If anybody in Nigeria is talking about restructure, There's nothing like restructure in Nigeria government. Anybody talking about any other thing about separating Nigeria is deceiving himself. Because there's no country in the whole world that is like Nigeria. The Fulani have done so evil. The British government has done so evil in Nigeria that nobody on the earth, somebody said, even angel from heaven can never put Nigeria together. Even angel. Just to tell you how useless that place become. So the only thing left for Nigeria is referendum. Before you can travel on the road from Aba to Lagos in the night, we have been traveling in the night to Lagos to Kano. What you are afraid is the armed robber, which they come out sometimes and they stop a vehicle bus, and what they need is the money you have at pocket. But now you cannot do it anymore. The Fulani will wait you on the way in the afternoon, in the night, and match some people inside the bush and start collecting their money through their phone, because everything in Nigeria is another thing. Since they have been trying to use this electric transfer money or all this or that, in Nigeria they are collecting your, when they collect you, they take you inside the bush, they will take your phone and make sure they clear the whole money in your account. Everything in Nigeria is upside down. So what am I saying? This Zoom meeting, they will continue doing it one time or the other. And the people they will allow to speak is those people they have paid, so that they continue deceiving other people. Anybody who are saying any other thing in a meeting like that, apart from referendum, is not the original human being. He has been paid to do so. Because as far as Nigeria is concerned, everything about Nigeria is evil. So, with time, all this will manifest. Because we will not allow the people who are ready to say truth to come in. They will always using their corrupt group from each of the states, because they have it and have it abandoned. So, with time, we shall know the truth. Because the Bible said, you shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. And the Bible also said, whatever man sow, that is what he reap. Nigeria government, Nigeria Fulani government, they have so evil all over the whole Nigeria. And everybody are going to suffer for it. So if you are a saboteur, if you are from the east, if you are from Biafra, if you are Igbo man, and you have never see the handwriting on the wall, your name is sorry. Because a day you will die, your children will suffer for what you did. Because a day of death must come. No matter how much, how many years you may spend A day of death is coming. But don't forget that what you did, your children unborn generation will suffer for it. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Awolowo, they have made a great mistake, a grave mistake. When there was a time to do something, to correct something. But now we have seen it. The evil man, women are all over the whole Nigeria. If you go to the church, that's the worst. Any church that anybody is going, and the church or pastor or reverend or bishop, whatever, or archbishop, whatever he calls himself, is praying for one Nigeria. If you are a human being, you leave that church. Because that man is Satan. He's working for Satan. Anybody working for Nigeria is working for Satan. There's no doubt about it. That's the truth. Anybody who are praying for Nigeria, you are Satan and you are working for Satan. And it will not go well with you. Because in Nigeria is the only place you will see, the highest place you will see church. And in Nigeria we see the highest evil men in the church. In the name of man of God. And God will punish all of them. There was a time our leader talked about evil people in the church. And Uche Mefo kicked against it. Because I'm a regular listener to Radio Biafra. That day I started to think about Uche Mefo about a year plus now. Because Jesus go to the temple and saw evil men inside the church. Jesus fights them and turn their table upside down because they are inside the church making money. They are not for the people inside the church. In Nigeria today, what happened that time that Jesus was on earth and drove away the people inside the church that is making their money? The one that is happening in Nigeria now is even worse than that of Jesus. But they are that is the group of people who are praying for Nigeria because they like it. And the poor people inside the church are suffering.
Thank you, Mazi.
Since they can collect their offering, tithe, that's all. They bought their airplane. They build university. They go to all the whole world making money. But one day, they will answer for the evil thing they did on the earth. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnathan.
Almost. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think I'm winding down. It should be the last call. But let me caller on WhatsApp. You have 2 minutes. You always call last. 2 minutes I give you, please. Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. Please, you have 2 minutes because my time is fast. Go on.
Thank you, sir. How is the family, sir?
We are good. Go on.
Thank you for working for our people. Thank you very much, sir. And also, thank you for your education. Because we are learning a lot from you. You are giving us free information and free how will I call it, education. Thank you, sir. Sir, my little contribution goes this way. You know, in Nigeria, I expect every Biafran call you from that eastern region, or let's say all Nigerians supposed need to rise up, because as an Igbo man I am, we are not benefiting anything from Nigeria. Every Nigerian is surviving on the misery, blood, and suffering of Igbo man. Okay, look at what they want to do. When we go to any place in Nigeria, we use our hard-earned money to purchase a land. We pay for shop. We pay for residence. We build house. We pay tax to the well-being of that state, to the well-being of Nigeria. But Fulanis want to come and take free land in our place. They want us to give them free land, which they have not given us in any place in Nigeria. Igbos pays the highest tax in Nigeria, highest tax. Nigeria is being run today, is being run mostly from the sweat, blood, and suffering of an Igbo man. But every well-meaning Eastern region or well-meaning Igbo man, we need to be fast to and get away from this place. As soon as possible. We need to be fast. There's no single embassy in the Eastern region. There's no single most multinational companies are in Lagos. No one in Abuja, no one in the Eastern region. Look at the Southeast. Those who are benefiting from Nigerian government are few individuals, these few criminals in the Southeast. An average Igbo man pay tax through his business. I know how much I pay every year to the purse of the state government and federal government. When it comes to passport purchasing, Igbos purchase the highest passport in Nigeria. Where is the money going? It goes to the purse of Nigerian government, and that same Igbo man will not have problem abroad, and Nigerian government come to the head. So we're supposed to be fast and get away from Nigeria as soon as possible. If you are to travel to out of Nigeria, you must go to Lagos, you must go to Abuja. They don't even, these people has no mercy. The heartless of Nigerian people or Nigerian government is too alarming. And you look as if we Igbos are meant to suffer. We are meant to pay the price. We are meant to carry the burden of Nigeria, and the thing is too heavy on us. And some will come and telling you one Nigeria is only in the interest of the few, an interest of Fulani. Because if you remember what our leader was saying, that the Fulanis are shouting one Nigeria to lead us into delay, so that they will be able to bring their men, their brothers and sisters from the whole of West Africa, the whole of Africa, to come and settle here. One Nigeria in whose interest? Who does it benefit? That is the one paying the price of this unity. Painful one, very painful one. At the end of the day, we benefit nothing. Thank you, sir. And we should our people should be fast as possible to get away from Nigeria if we want our potential, our good potential to come to existence. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. That is it. And with this, I stop taking calls, please. Don't call again. Don't call. I am drawing the curtain. You know, many people called and you made many points anyway. As I said in this my submission today, reclaiming your rights, the rights that we are taking away from us, that is what we are reclaiming. Let me, please don't call again. I'm not picking any other call, please. No need. You know, there is this video. Let me make it clear. This video It's a video game that they mounted, you know, and they put one voice there. That, oh, the Nigerian government, they have gotten Eastern Security Network, captured it, the training center. So this and that. You know, these are tactics, propaganda. Let me tell you. You know, our leader have been telling us right from time. Oh, bring gun, do this. Can you say, can you sustain war propaganda? Can you sustain war propaganda? You know, carrying arms is not the only thing. Another thing is, can you sustain the propaganda? It's a war tactics. Let me give you an example of how war tactics we are able to decimate the enemies. During the Second World War, you know, the Japanese, they have a code they call the code of Bushido. This code of Bushido just derived from the codes of the samurai. They fought, their honor is even better, is good. They prefer their honor than